Hey everyone, in this video, I want to talk about a very specific RB2B and Clay table that we've built. That is one of my favorite Clay plays that we've built recently. And it's actually producing around 10 plus qualified leads for our clients across different campaigns that we're running. And the reason why I think it's working so well is not just because that we are just doing website visitor identification and we are hitting everyone who's visiting our website, but it's that we are finding exactly who is our client's ICP. We are segmenting everything properly, like we're segmenting a lot, and then we are sending a relevant message to each specific persona that is hitting our website, whether it's based on their department, based on their job title, based on their company. So this is why I think it's working so well. So let's dive right into it. So the first thing that is happening in this table is RB2B actually sends us LinkedIn profiles along with a bit of more information, which we can quickly take a look at. But mainly what we're using is we're using the LinkedIn profile. And the first thing we're doing is we are enriching their profile using Clay's like LinkedIn person enrichment. So once we enrich, we have all their personal data like that is available on LinkedIn. Then it's some of the basic things we are doing, like cleaning up their first name if there's anything funny in their first name, like an emoji or something. Now, this is where we start using a lot of these good features in Clay. So let's say that we weren't able to find a current experience that RB2B gave us or stuff like that. So what we're doing here is we've trained like a Clayagent Neon model, which is actually which is actually going out into the internet and it's identifying which company this prospect that visit our website works at, and then it's coming back to us with that information. And it's actually only running if you're not able to find that information directly from RB2B or it wasn't available on their LinkedIn. So apart from this, once we have this information, then what we are doing is we are enriching their company and we're finding a lot more company details. For example, let's say this prospect visited our website. So we have a lot of detail that we can leverage whether this is a right fit or not. Then there are a lot of things happening after that. So we actually check their employee count here, and based on if they are at a certain like head count, we can choose to exclude them from our outreach and from our enrichment process, or we can choose to include it. So we've added formulas in here, and you can simply add formulas by going in here, edit column, and then you have formulas which goes in the bottom here. You can write a text and it'll automatically convert it into a formula. Then what we're doing after this is we are looking up the active customer list that the client has and also the active opportunities. So if someone who is an active customer or who is an active opportunity is visiting the website, we don't want to reach out to them saying, hey, it's great that you visit our website. What do you want to know more about? We want to be able to exclude those people. So that's what we're doing. We're looking up into the active customer list, opportunities list, and then we're excluding. I was actually also looking up into HubSpot, but I've removed it because I had everything in a Clay table. Then we're doing some basic stuff, which is simplifying the company name. You want to make sure that the company name is simplified so you can casually use it in a cold email, LinkedIn, and stuff like that. Then it's something specific that we're doing. So here in this case, we wanted to remove like a certain specific set of companies who work in the finance space. I'm not going to go into a lot more detail, but here you can do anything. Like you can change this, you can go in here, edit column, and you can change this prompt, and you can basically change anything in here. So what we're doing is we are checking their LinkedIn company description, and based on what they've written there, we are checking if they are an ICP or not. The next thing we are doing is we are like, and this is all real time, which is really crazy. This is like a Clayagent prompt, Clayagent Neon, and it's actually going in and it's visiting each single prospect's website in real time, reading all the pages, home, about us, services, whatever, and it can even research internet. But I've prompted so it just visits the website and it's coming back to us and telling us if it's the right fit or not based on the data that I've provided it. So I've mentioned in this prompt that exactly who is my ICP and who is not my ICP. So this Clayagent prompt knows that already. So it's searching the internet, it's using AI, it's doing a lot of crazy stuff. So after we've identified, okay, these are our ICP. So these are exactly who we want to target based on the headcount, based on what they do, who they help, or what they sell. Then we are checking the email that RB2B provides us and we are validating that email. The reason why I decided to validate is because I saw some of the emails were bouncing that RB2B gave us. So after this, like if RB2B's email is either not valid or they haven't provided us with email, if they weren't able to find it, then I'm running a find email enrichment. Here, what you could also do is you could also run a work email waterfall enrichment by Clay, which is going to run it through 7-8 different data providers and find the work email of that prospect. And again, I'm validating the email again, even though Find Email provides valid work emails because I'm paranoid about this after what is happening in the deliverability space. And you can also find the personal phone numbers if you're doing cold calling, if you want to send it to your sales team. So I have done it before, not for this kind of play, but you can find the phone numbers and send it to Slack using the Slack message to your sales team, and then your sales team would get immediately the phone number as soon as someone hits your website, and within a few minutes. So this is really crazy. Once we have a validated work email, then what we are doing is we are segmenting each lead based on their job title, based on the department they're at, based on a lot of different factors into different campaigns. So we send a completely different message to, let's say, a chief product officer, and a completely different message to a CRO or like a VP of growth or stuff like that. So the first thing we are doing is we are running an OpenAI prompt, which is checking the job title, and based on the exact job title that they have, it's going to categorize it to a department that they work at. And based on the department that they work at, we're going to add them into a completely separate campaign. One more really cool thing we are doing is we're running an OpenAI prompt, and we're also finding the exact industry, and we're checking which of these industry clients we work with in the past. So if someone visits your website from a company like Apple, so you can name Google, Meta, and similar companies that would be highly relevant to them. So something like that. So it's a very similar company that we're mentioning on our first sequence, which is just to build social proof. So this prompt does that. Then after that, what we are doing is we are not just adding them into HubSpot, which is really good. And actually, I add them into HubSpot at the end. But what we're doing is once we have all this information based on the formulas in each kind of smart lead column that we have, we're adding them into 7 or 8 different campaigns that you see here. So we're adding them into completely separate campaigns and saying completely different stuff to each single persona. And then apart from just adding them into a cold email sequence, which is through Smart Lead, we're also adding them into a LinkedIn sequence. And we're just sending like a completely blank connection request. And then we're sending, as soon as they accept, we send them. And all of this is happening within a few minutes of they hitting the website. So this is really cool. And at last, what we're doing is we are adding them into HubSpot. So if anyone from the company opens up HubSpot, they will see who's visiting the website, or if any like SDR wants to reach out to a prospect, they will see if they have visited the website, and it's properly tagged. This was an RB2B visitor using a tag that you see here. And also it's going to also show when they visited the website based on when we first added them. It's really exciting to see what's happening in outbound, and it's great to see that what Adam Robinson has done has completely changed outbound for a lot of people like me who are in outbound. So I think this solution was really needed. And with the amount of stuff that you can do these days is crazy. Like previously, you won't even know if a $1 billion company or a multi-million-dollar tech company visited your website because they were interested in your solution. Now you don't just know, like you can do all this stuff. You can cold call them, reach out to them with a personalized message, connect with them on LinkedIn. I think these opportunities are endless, and also send them like a personalized video. There's so much you can do, which is like really exciting. And I think the way outbound is changing is really nice, and I'm really excited for it. This was about it. If it was helpful, comment RB2B below, and I'll send you the clay table. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.